Ho! We're here. What are we doing? The classic back, biceps and back day. So we're starting with some bicep stuff. I was actually going to be wearing my blue stringer like last time, but I saw this sitting there and I was like, I love wearing this white compression, especially on a back day, an arm day and that. I feel like Superman. Plus, it's my mate's brand, so I always love representing a mate's brand. And like I think I said the other day, the fact that it got some, as you can see, some pink dye on there, or some red, because I put it in the wash with some colors. And like nothing else, like I think even like this towel and that was in there. No colors ran onto the other white stuff. Maybe it's something to do with the design, or it's just like maybe it wrapped around one of the pink socks in there or something. But it ended up doing that, and I was initially like, oh no, and I washed it again to be like, hopefully it comes out. But then I realized, oh, I actually like it a lot more now. It's like I'm big for unique stuff, so I'm like, oh, I've got a unique one. And then I also, it just stands out more. Like the best stuff about it stands out. Like the conker on the back stands out way more. The design on the arms stands out more. It's like the pink went to all the best places. And I did some sparring in that with it, and I was like, oh, actually this feels pretty good. It's a good rash guard as well, because it doesn't really slip out when you tuck it in. And yeah, so I'm like, oh, works well. You know, you don't have to, there's opportunity within everything, you know? And it's always a good time. So we've done one primer set with 40 kilograms. We did like 12 reps or so. So we'll bump it up to 50, see how we're going. Feeling a little bit odd. I think it's been an odd few days. Sleep's been a bit like, but today was the first day in a while that I just woke up when I felt like it. I didn't have an alarm, which was good. So I went to sleep at around like 5, probably 6 a.m. It was getting towards 6 a.m. Finished making content at 4 a.m. It seems to be the natural flow, and I think the more I fight it, the more it happens. So I'm like, I'm just gonna allow it, and I'll just let myself wake up whenever I wake up, and I'm excited to wake up straight away. I'm like, cool, it was a good sleep. Yesterday was a bit of a weird sleep, because I think the night before I went to bed with, we had a bunch of noodles, like we were feeling like some yummy food, and my sleep is very like, I call it vivid dreams, where it's just like stressful stuff is happening all the time, so the sleep ends up not being as restful, and it was okay. I was like, okay, cool, is what it is. Went to jiu-jitsu yesterday, which was good fun, and then I didn't end up going to like the gym, so I've been missing this. I've been excited for this, but it worked perfectly. I knew I wasn't going to end up going yesterday. It's at that stage where I'm getting used to the jiu-jitsu and the martial arts, and eventually they'll be both on the same day. Well, today I'm going to sparring as well. Yeah, should be good. Let's get this set. Yeah, it's good. I think I'll wear this shirt for sparring and that. Going to check out the Collingwood gym today. Face those fears, if you will. And yeah. Interesting question Yana asked me is, what's the overall goal or the outcome that we're going for? And I was like, I don't know. Like, if I were to get really specific with it, I was like, Because for me, I've set the monetary stuff at the floor, but like, what are we heading towards? It's like, oh, that's a good point. So sometimes it's taken some time to consider that. And that's what we'll be sussing out today. Just let it come as it comes. All right. Let's get this. All the way. Come on. last one was a bit sketch. You can see how red my head goes as well. Yeah, I'm loving this compression hair, even though I've worn it the most out of all of them. Or I haven't worn it the most, I've worn the red one the most, but I've put this one through the most because I've trained martial arts stuff in it. The other two I haven't, because I was more like, oh, the white one, I don't really wear it as much, but I've taken much more of a liking to it as I've continued using it. So shout out to 4U Activewear. Some sick compressions, I really like them. Energy this morning is a bit funny. I am got up and got straight into doing some writing, but then I got like, oh, I want to do some other stuff. I was like, I want to head straight out of the house. Yeah, but it ended up being some writing and not too much of it. Then I went to take the dog, like fed the dogs and took them out to the toilet, and a pretty big walk actually, like a pretty solid one, which is good. I was contemplating maybe it works better for me if I can feed them later in the day, but then I find that I don't feed them, and sometimes I'll miss a day and have to feed them first thing in the morning anyway. So I'm like, it's better to just do that and let them do their thing, walk them in that as part of the start of my day. It's only stressful to me when I'm like, I've got to get to the gym by this time, because if I don't get to the gym by this time, it'll be too close to sparring. Like, I just want to go to the sauna first, and then I've got to do that a few hours apart from the weights gym session, and that's going to be a few hours apart ideally from the martial arts, or at least before the martial arts. And it's like most of my stress and like the dips in energy come from me just thinking it's got to look a certain way or happen in a certain order. But when I'm just like, yeah, it is what it is, it'll happen as it happens, much less stress, and it's much cruisier. I do want to take a little whiz. I was like, oh, I'll set this up first and then see. I was going to take a whiz first, but now take a whiz, so I'll be back. Okay, took a little whiz, and because I'm using the sauna today as well, and we're going to sparring in a few hours. It's at 6:30, so actually it's in 4 hours, so that's pretty good timing wise. Let me double check that that's on. I've got in here Richard Feynman, The Joy of Finding Things Out, because I heard about that in a Hormozy video. I wonder if they've got the timetable on their app. Maybe that's easy to use. So yeah, pretty keen to go sparring. I think sometimes I feel a bit out of sorts on like when I know I'm doing a sparring day. Sometimes my brain gets a little like, I get nervous before sparring, like because I want to do well, be a good training partner, and like learn as well whilst not getting hit and that, and expressing skill to the highest level that I can. So sometimes I find that, I think that might be part of the fatigue, is building that up. But anyway, let's put 60 on here and just do, well, 62 and a half actually. Let's crank out a few reps. Actually, definitely just got the inkling to go 55, so 57 and a half. We'll do this, and yeah, just keep it a bit more arms focused, a bit lighter on the back work. Yeah, funnily enough, I honestly just don't really feel it too much by way of the back work today, so we'll just go a little heavier on the arms. And we'll, the internet's not working in here, that's right, it's not very strong. So I will do that, and maybe just feel out some back work. Once I get a groove for it, I might feel good. Funnily enough, I just saw a Jared Feather post before this, so it's like some days you just really take your time if you're not feeling it, warm up a lot, do lots of like cruisier sets, and then you start to find your flow. But I also don't have to. It's more about getting in here and getting the consistency. And this is the first week that I've consistently had martial arts training, which is good, man. Jiu-jitsu yesterday was fantastic. Got to get coached by Lachlan Giles, which is pretty cool. I never realized this was the gym that he coaches at, so that's pretty special. And yeah, it was a great jiu-jitsu class. Everyone there is like really good, high level. It's a great spot they've got in there, absolute St Kilda. The room's way bigger than I thought it would be, and it's got little like the, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. What did Craig Jones call it? The alley. That kind of those slanted walls, and it was weird grappling against those because like you do just like fall backwards onto them if you back up, and so like a couple dudes just like, I just like fell out, like they took me down off of that stuff. I was like, oh, this is a trip, so this is it's fun, it's like it's exciting. And that's the second time, actually I've been to more jiu-jitsu than anything else this week. I've been to open mat and a jiu-jitsu session yesterday, so it should be good. Funnily enough, doing more jiu-jitsu than like pure MMA stuff or striking right now. So anyway, and I love jiu-jitsu, bro. It's so much fun. Yeah, especially like there's such a high level of skill to that I'm immersed in there. It's like, it's so good. I was definitely like, I just got crushed yesterday and in open mat, and I loved it, bro. I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's how you know that that's good. Like you're just getting so much exposure to like this higher level. It's so much fun. Like, you can't get away with anything with those guys. There's like, I kept getting my left arm pulled in because I just must have had it out a bit more or something. So I was thinking about it, and it just like kept getting pulled in. I was like, what the flip? And they'd like just incapacitate my left arm. I thought I was working in from the ankles to the knees. Yeah, it's like you can't get away with anything. These guys are awesome, man. So I love being around it. Anyway, let's get this set. I'm getting really excited talking about jiu-jitsu. Yeah, and that's a good thing about jiu-jitsu is like it really puts the forefront, like it's okay to get smashed, like to just get, like that's a big part of it, is like, and that actually does mean you're improving as long as you're not doing it in a high give up way. It's like, okay, I'll get comfortable under this, and I know I'm just like, the gains are coming, and I'll work to the best of my ability for me, work smarter every time. Yeah, that's my little thing. Translates over really well to business for jiu-jitsu, because it's one that's really uncomfortable straight out the gate because it doesn't come naturally to most people. Even for myself, I think I was a bit more natural at it than some other people, but it was still like super foreign, but I loved it. I was like, whoa, this is so difficult. Like, this is crazy, bro. I must get good at this. And that was 8 years ago, and I didn't keep up with it that much. So I'm keen for like, what does the next 8 years look like of consistently doing it? I think that's about all the clean ones we've got there. So what I'm going to do now is give it a sec. I'm going to drop the weight, and I'm going to just do one more like big squeeze all the way, because like my left arm was not moving all the way for that one. You know what? Yeah, it's good. I just remember my normal structure is more arm focus work, like 2 arm exercises first, and then a bigger back movement, and then maybe one bigger compound back and push day kind of thing. Even then, I've just been following the structure, feeling pretty good. I think it's definitely paying off with the arms. So yeah, with jiu-jitsu, it's really great fun, and I'm glad to have landed here where I'm at now. It's good. Something I was talking about today was the Instagram live video, and it was stop connecting or stop networking with people. Most guys, when they're at a lower level or like newer to the game of business, I think it's really easy to fall into this trap of networking, because you look at the high level guys and like, oh, they all network, it makes sense. But then you start getting guys who network to network so they can increase their network for the network and network with that. It's like they haven't reverse engineered it. They've just looked at what the successful people are doing now, but not how they got there. And the issue with doing that is a lot of guys place their value within the network. They're like, okay, I'll be valuable because of this network. But no, in actuality, it's you taking the time to develop your skills to then bring value to a network. And funnily enough, my wife and I, we haven't been to a networking event or anything. We've been to one in like 3 years, and we were just like, it wasn't really networking. It was like a like a workshop, I guess you could say, for like real estate stuff, and we were just like, like it was okay. But yeah, I just find off of that, I think I met someone that tried to get me into an MLM, and I was like, all right, that was fun. It was a weird call because he was like, clearly reading off of a script. Anyway, the thing is, even with that, it's that idea of network, and that's what adds the value. And it's like, what's the tangible value? Most of them don't know. They think it's just it comes from the network, and so they're placing their value externally to themselves without realizing it. I think they have great intentions, and even the premise itself is good. It's just some of the specifics of it, I think, get lost on people. So it's being able to, once you develop your own skills, increase your own net worth and your own value, you actually don't really need to go out and seek that stuff too much. I find that for us at least, we just end up around it. Like, people gravitate towards us, you become a magnet or an attractor for it. And it's like people just want to be around you for it. Like, we haven't gone to many networking things, as I said, but we hang out with millionaires, billionaires now, multi-millionaires. And it's just like, there was no this and that. It's like you just work on your own thing. So for most guys, the practical thing is cut out like all of that time you'd spend connecting with people, because it just feels good, but it doesn't really move your business forward. If it isn't something that you can tangibly measure the outcome of, like, it built my business by this much, especially in the early stages, I think you really need to cut that stuff out, or you'd be best served to cut majority of it out, like 99% of the people and the time that you're spending doing that, especially if it's other people being like, let's connect, let's network. It's like, well, what are we doing? Why? Majority of that time should be spent, because I know coaches that are like this, or just people in general, they're like, oh, what do I do? It's like, bro, spend like the 4 hours a week or something, or the 4 hours a day you'd be spending doing that on building your business. Reach out to people, put offers out there, work on your product, make content. And if you just poured so much more time of that time into that, you would grow your business, and the network would come as a result. Because if they're only there because of your just sort of seeing a snapshot of you as you're growing, and like, oh, that's where the network value lies, then if that's all they're there for and they're gone by the time that you increase your value with your business and that, they're not really the best people to be around. I don't think they were really valuable people to begin with. Of course, there's an element of valuing speed, but this is like, it's just something to keep in mind, is that you won't, like, really valuable people won't be gone just like that. You'll always be someone in touch. And it might be like this idea of like good friends are busy friends. I hang out with Yana a lot because we're married, we live together, we do business together. But like a good friend that's really moving stuff forward, you won't talk to them very much. Like, I talk to my mates maybe once every 3 to 6 months or something, and we're still great mates. Like, we just pick up from where we left off. But if your friendship can't withstand, like especially in a business context, can't withstand being apart like that, it's not the strongest thing, not the strongest relationship in the world, I find. And obviously everyone's context is a little bit different, but that's what I find to be just a prime thing I've been noticing a bit recently. So yeah, spend more time building your business and your things. Put 99% of your time should be spent on that. Any networking can be a byproduct of it. Yeah. All the art of being man. Embody that. Be all gravy, baby. I'm gonna get this next set. And that I'm using as a clip for a separate YouTube video. I'm gonna have this mint, and we're gonna do this and drop down. Then we'll be done with this one. All right. All right, let's get this bread. So, something I said to Yana on the way over was like, oh, I think a red flag for me is when people say, oh, let's connect, bro, let's connect. But I think it's more so the intent that I can sense. It's like a pattern that I notice. Some people have that intent where it's like they're just doing that and say, well, what are we doing here, man? Like, why are we connecting? And you can argue that's very transactional. Yeah, it is. It's like, what's the value? Everything's transactional in nature. Like every relationship and everything that you do is. It's just being able to own that, I think, is massively to your advantage. Because even like if you're doing something to not be transactional, that's transactional. Because it's like, what's the benefit that I get by not treating it transactionally? Still benefit. You're still weighing things up in terms of the benefits to you. Just, yeah, I think owning it changes the game. Really squeeze it, let's go. Oh, come on. Full range, let's go. Oh, that's what I've got for those. Okay. Oh, feels pretty good. Yeah, temperature-wise, it's kind of good enough to have my sweats on. So let's go get a tissue. You can watch me walk that way and wipe this. And I reckon we'll do some incline curls will be the next thing. Yeah, feeling good, getting to a good groove with this. I mean, yeah, it's just like emphasizing a slightly different part. This is like machine stuff, so it's more about, I'm finding this is a bit more, well, mid and short range. It just depends on what you emphasize with this yourself. But with regards to other movements, well, I think the stuff that tends to round it out is by default. I normally go hammer curl, but I don't really feel like doing a hammer curl today because I think I did that last session, so I'll just vary by session. So now I will go on to incline curl is what calls to me, so we'll get some incline curls in. Yeah, should be good fun. Just be able to lean back and do our thing. Yeah, I'll get a bench down the end there. Yeah, I think the ability to also be willing to just make contact. I'm walking around with a big ass tripod. You guys can see my setup in the mirror normally. And like, you can feel like a bit of a numpty doing that, but it's such a valuable thing to be willing to do. Then I'm like, I'll take it. I will take it. Yeah. Perhaps that's just me wanting to rationalize the discomfort of carrying around all my camera gear. But you know what? I'm a creator. Oh, that's a cool distinction that Yana and I made as of late. It's like not just a content creator, but a creator. It's like, what do you create? Reality. But yeah, there's more specificity to it, like creator in business, creator in life, creator in with content. It's like they're all part of it. Let's give it a sec. Get these 12.5s to do a primer, but I definitely get the sense like just rest, because we'll give it a minute and then go. Yeah, I think that's a really good distinction to be able to draw, is that we are, I'm going to talk more into this so you can pick me up instead of the thing. We are much more so, because I'm like right underneath the speaker, being able to have that moniker, because I talked about last time the content creator thing, so it's more creator. Oh, actually, funnily enough, we looked into that more, and the sense that we got was like, as we were reading through the job description, Yana was just like, I get the sense that this isn't something to do. I was like, yeah, I got the sense it's like, yes, to look at and be like, that's exciting, this is needed, but not really to do as a job, you know? Because I can channel that same stuff through my own content creation stuff. And yeah, it all fits really well. It's through my own brand. I can help with that. Yeah, and we got some value pieces to send out. Anyway, let's get this. Too many reps to be done with that if I were to just rep it out. I don't wanna. I reckon I can use, because what have I done before? I've done 25s and all that stuff. What do I have access to here, dumbbells wise? 15s, 30s, no, 22 and a halves. I'll use some 22 and a halves, perfect. So we'll give it a couple minutes and then we'll go. And I would like to use the sauna here, so that'll be good. Yeah, so a funny thing with that is I put a poll out on my story of like, this is something that we do is we gauge interest in like different lead magnets, things that people might want, about like, oh, how I make 20 pieces of content a day. And hey, how's it going? Yeah.
Is that yours?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can move it out of the way. Yeah. If you want, you can take the bench. Yeah. You can take the bench if you want. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to do it here.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I can shuffle out the way. Oh, good, man. Yeah. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah. But with regards to how close can I keep this to myself? Oh yeah, that's good.
Actually, I can take it.
Oh yeah, cruisy, man. Cruisy. Oh, good. Yeah, this angle's fine. Maybe slightly this way. Yeah, so when you are, made the thing and put the offer out for, oh hey, I've made this thing about how to make content, how I do that, and I put it out on the story to gauge interest, and then I got some people being like, yeah, the sleeves get a little loose, gotta fill the arms out. I was like, oh okay, what do people want to see? And I know I have some kind of system and some kind of value piece I can put together for how to make content, because I'm going to put it together for my clients anyway. But I don't know the specifics of it yet. So now that I've got the interest and people want it, I'm going to sit down and go through it. I actually kind of wrote down how I would do it as well. Talking about the floor, the minimum, like setting maximum, the mindset for it. I think that'd be good in terms of doing it. I watched something from Taki Moore today. It was like just like solving a really specific problem and like in a quick consumable way. I think would be really good to do. And even then, it's like 80% done, and getting it out there is better than like 99.95% perfect and like not having it out there. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna make this resource and put it out there, because it's just like the interest is there now. I'll just make it, because even if I'm like, oh, I'm not sure what to put it now, I'm like, I kind of have to figure it out. But yeah, which is fun. Start those conversations with those guys and have fun, because that's what it's about. So if I go here, what do you see? All right, do this way slightly, and this should be good. All right, cruisy Susie. Let's oh, that's right, it shows the ribs more as well. Okay. Alrighty, Roo. Let's hit this first set with the 22 and a halves. not super high volume, but low volume, maximum stimulus, low reps, perfect for me. Yeah, the cool thing is I don't have to be super active in that today, you know? Yeah, it's what the? Some weird stuff in music videos, bro. It's man, I'm very well. We circled this every time. I haven't really written too much of this stuff yet today, so this is why this is great to get in and just chat about it here. I'm grateful to be here, to be able to move. Even just that alone starts to get you thinking. I'm getting to meet new people. Say what's up. I didn't really introduce myself to that guy, but I will probably. Yeah, I think that it's a fantastic thing to be able to move your body, get in, move. Content's not done for today, but I've done most of what I need to do yesterday, and the day's really just started about 12 o'clock for me, and it's maybe 3 o'clock now. So we've got some time. We've got some time to make content in between, post stuff, and I think one of the things that was really good is a piece of content that I initially went to make, and I didn't make it very well because it was like, I don't really know what to say, but it was important for me to start it and make it, and I filmed it. I haven't posted it because I just reiterated it and did it better. Was like how I would grow my PT business if I had to start again from zero, how I would grow it to 1,000 a week, 2,000 a week, 4,000 a week. Made that as a little TikTok video just off the cuff last night and put it on my story to be like, this one's a banger, reach out if you want it. And linked it to obviously it links to the premium PT pricing guide. Then put it out there and like immediately got a couple guys interested in it. I was like, okay, sweet. Constantly refining it and putting it into context is important for myself. Like, wait, why am I doing this? Sometimes I'll be like, oh, does the PT stuff, is that too specific and it's just my thing away from from what Yana and I are doing together? And we're doing some work together, and this, in fact, like my PT pricing, that specialization, is something I really enjoy and I'm very confident speaking about, and it does in fact lead to what Yana and I are doing together, what we are building. So it's like that. Sometimes I literally had to draw it out. It was super simple. It was just like PT pricing, arrow, thing that we're building together, that we've already launched, and it's just like, oh, sick. Well, actually, in the past week, that's done 63.8 or something K. It did last week, so within a week it did that, and I was like, oh, solid, man. Yeah, it works out pretty well to be doing that, but yeah, for me, I just have to recontextualize it for myself a few times, be like, how does this relate? Oh yeah, this leads into this. And sometimes like you have to do that at the early stages of business, or early stages, something is like you consciously have to keep reminding yourself of what it is. If you've got to write it down, if you've got to say it, and then eventually it becomes second nature. I think sometimes we beat ourselves up about something not going from not knowing about it at all. We try to go from not knowing about it at all the way through to I have to like just be so confident in this that I'm a master, when in actuality there are a few stages in between saying I don't know about it at all. Now I'm aware that I don't know it, and then I can consciously do it, but it takes effort, and then it becomes second nature after a lot of repetitions of that. Yeah, and that's where the high volume approach really works, because you can negate a lot of luck, so to speak, as Mr. Hormozy says, volume negates luck. Yeah, that really is the case, because Yana and I were even looking at that with DMs yesterday, and I was like, why haven't I been doing any sales stuff over the past couple of weeks when we agreed that was a role? I was like, okay, what's going on? Is it that I don't want to do it? No, not necessarily. It's I'm afraid of something. It's afraid of somewhat the rejection, and obviously if you do a high enough volume, then it doesn't even register, because if you're only sending like 5 a day and 5 people aren't responding, obviously look at your what you're sending out for your first message. But just it like you feel that a lot more than if you sent out 100 and if 5 didn't respond, or like if only half responded, you're like, oh cool, this is like not so bad. Like you're replying to 50 messages, you know? You got more things on your plate to worry about than to sit there and be like, oh, I'm not sure about what's going on. You know, is this working? Is it not? You're just in it. And then you develop a lot of that unconscious competence. So with it, with that, I was thinking when we got deeper and I sat with it, like how does it actually feel? Something we do is called dropping into your body, where it's like instead of just intellectually what you know you should say and like what the other person might want to hear, you drop into what am I actually feeling, and removing any judgment. Be like, it's okay, like you can just feel what you feel, because then we can go from there. It's almost like judging yourself for throwing a jab wrong on your first day of martial arts. It's like, no one's going to judge you for that. It's like the thing is that you're doing it. You had to go through that, throw it wrong in order to get it right eventually. But yeah, I think a lot of the time we judge ourselves for that. It's like the 0 to 1, because it's in the infinitely biggest step, because then 1 to 2 is only 50%, or it's only 2x rather, versus like 0 to 1 is an infinite increase. 2 to 3 is a 50% increase. Yes. I was finding that, coming back to it, I was finding that I had this story. So it's like, ask yourself, okay, what's the story there? Like what am I thinking to myself that is causing this block? And I was like, oh, okay, part of me is scared of the rejection, but more so I'm scared of like, if I do it, even though I've done it since then and it works and goes gangbusters, if I do it again, will I, 1, be locked into it? And 2, will I be just like, would I have been lucky before when I did it with the, like taking, like when I first started DMing, it was just like, I took it, the online personal training to 10K months in 6 weeks. It's like, oh, what if I can't do that again, kind of thing, you know? But every time I've done it since, it's gotten better and better. It just becomes that, and again, volume negates luck. You get in there and you don't really have time to think about that stuff as much. And yeah, the other thing was that fear of being locked in was an interesting one that Jan and I circle back to a lot, but it's like, even if you fear being locked in and you choose not to do it, you're actually locked into not being locked in. And it's that whole, like, the complacency in life and not going for the real thing. It's like if you were to be like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym because then if I start going to the gym, I'll have to keep going to the gym to keep the results, which is true. But also if you commit to not going to the gym, you're also committed to the life that comes as a result of being unhealthy and not being able to move and stay well and like enjoy life as much. So you're locked in either way. It's just a matter of realizing what you're choosing to lock yourself into, because the choice will be made regardless. It's just about whether it's like choose or it will be chosen for you, but in not choosing, you're actually choosing. All right, the recording stopped because the thing was out of space and I knew that was coming up, so I just went back there and deleted a bunch of the gym therapy stuff. I'm gonna do the set, but I realized that even when I'm talking about stuff here, like me wanting to suss out, okay, what's the thing that we're going towards, what's the overall outcome and the intention that we're setting, this specific thing. Sometimes I get real caught up in, I've got to get it perfect straight out the gate, instead of being like, I can put something out there and be like, does that feel right? No, okay, go again. It's about putting it out there and then you can iterate and iterate. And even on this, I'm like, oh no, I need to go write it down and not document that stuff, because then it's like, you guys just see me like, almost like, it's that fear of being unstable and like, oh, I'm just constantly changing my mind. Instead, I'll reframe that as I'm iterating and you guys get to come along for the journey. And I get to document my thought process as I go. Some of it will be written, some of it's here, some of it's in my mind. I think putting it out there is one of the most useful things as well. Yeah, so being able to share that. So for me, I'm like, what is the overall outcome I've set? And the intention is to start really vague and I tend to get more specific. So it's build a specific business. And I know that comes under the prime motivator for me is my marriage, the prime driver, and I enjoy business as well. And ultimately that comes into me living to my fullest potential. So the vehicle for that, one of the vehicles for that is the business, okay? And then I've talked the other night about getting more specific about that in terms of like, okay, we just want the business to be self-expression. What we're doing now is fine. It lacks structure, like we don't have a conscious structure. But if we want to be able to really have as much impact as possible, we'll have more structures and essentially build it so that it is something that you could sell, but you don't have to sell it, you have the option there. So that could be a build it to the point where it's like something that can actually get valuated and potentially sold. It's a bit hard when you're like in it, but the self-expression aspect is cool. So yeah, yeah, and the measure of that self-expression, Yana and I were talking about this on our walk the other day, is the impact that you're having. And then how do we measure that in terms of impact? We could have a monetary goal, number of people helped. Yeah, I think, well, a good one that reminds me of is the Trillionaire Network intention that we had, like 1 million millionaires. That could definitely be something. Yeah, I've kind of run that thought out, so we'll get this set and then we'll keep expanding, and I'll be going to the sauna soon and I'll keep iterating. Last set here. Okay. Okay, well, the cool thing for these is that strength is definitely up. Oh, my ears on that. Let's do some hammer curls. I'm not gonna do. Okay. Got a little bit of swang in there. Bit of swanging and banging. Okay. Let's go. Shorts now. Okay. The cables that I would want to use are being used. So maybe I'll just try a different machine today. I don't really feel like doing the T-bar row, because that kind of hurts my, oh yeah, tuck this in, hurts my chest by it digging in. Oh, that's how we know it's getting good. The shorts. We're in the shorts now. Okay. Should I do some leg work today? A little bit of calf work or something? No, they're quite sore. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it for today with regards to calf work and that. Put this in the bag. Love this little bag. I reckon I can fix the strap on it soon and then just strap it over my shoulder, because now I know how much to put in there. It's good. I'm gonna find the machine, do a set, take a whiz, like do a little primer, just a higher volume feeling set, and then see if I just want to dip into the sauna for a bit. If they let me try it here, should be good. If they do, I think I'll be more inclined to actually upgrade the membership, because I want to, like, if I can try it, I might use it, and then I just won't go to Balaclava anymore, the other one, which works for me. Works for me. They've got a pure strength. No. Yeah, that machinery does not appeal to me. So maybe we'll see about this. Oh, actually, they have a couple of machines over here. Honestly, I like the variation. Let's see how the angle of this feels. I'm gonna need a higher relative to my needs. Nope, I'm gonna have to go down a little bit for it. Let's see Where's the lever? This might just be a, oh yeah. Okay, so if I go here, do I like this low rope? Nope. I don't like that at all. Let's try the classic mid row over here. Now it's just a matter of finding fun exercises, keeping this pointed. Maybe it's a bit more here is the intent. Okay, well, let's put this on here. All right. Well, I've got a weird 20 and 10 combo here, so I'm just going to move that for my mind. Honestly, I think if I go too late, I won't get a feel for it. But the thing is, even now that I'm here putting stuff on it, I feel more inclined to do the back work. So it was just like, I did my own principle on myself. I just got my foot in the door of like, I'll just do like one easy set, then I can leave if I want. One like higher volume, feel it out set. Then go from there. But yeah, I think, there's something to the machine work because I like having that locked in range of motion. It's good. All right, let's get this. Oop, gonna have to come up. All right, let's see how this feels. Nope, higher up. I think I did this one with Kenny. It's the same machine, so we'll go here.
Don't worry about it. Alright? How much of this do you want to say? I came here for one reason. You don't fucking read it. I came here for one reason only. You and Andrew are like
Okay. Yeah, that felt all right.
good.
Higher volume is weird. I just want to see if this, yes, it comes up one. Okay. Because I kept adjusting myself to go higher there. Okay, cool. I think last time I did this with Kenny, I was using maybe, I think we did 5 plates or something. That was fresh, supersetted with the pull-ups. So what I'll do today is, I think I can do 4. 4 plates should be good, and we'll gauge from there with some straps and that. But that felt quite nice. Maybe we'll do one more set with 3, just as a little like heavier primal. Take a whiz, go from there. We'll do this one with the straps so I can get used to it, and that gives me a tiny bit more rest time. Yeah, honestly, I quite like that I can switch into this mode. Sometimes it's like not every set is super serious. It's like I still want to get the most out of it, but it's like I think that's my minimum bar way of working out. It's like I can just go in and move some weight around, not really be like pushing myself as hard for maximum muscle growth, maximum stimulus each set. Because then once I start doing it, I'm like, no, I'm gonna resort to my style of training with the maximum muscle growth. Just sometimes the barrier for that is a bit high, even for myself. But if I'm like, I'll just come in, feel it, move around a bit, have some fun, it just makes it so accessible for me. Okay, so let's put these on. Do some of this. Move these up a little bit. Okay, we'll get a couple into this. Okay, I was kind of just did a few more because my I have an old like rhomboid thing with my right rhomboid, my left rhomboid. Sometimes it hurts a little bit. It's like an injury I sustained when I first started at the gym because I definitely exceeded what my body was capable of. So we'll go 4 here for the first set. Oh, 4 per side. I actually get the sense I could do like even 5, but we'll do the first set with 4. Go from there, just the rhomboid, and it's a bit colder. Yeah, feel it out more. I'm gonna take a whiz and we'll be back. I should probably note the time roughly. 3, okay, stuff that. I don't like looking at the TV screens if I can help it. 3:25, okay, that is correct to what I saw. So we'll do that and we'll keep iterating, sitting with it, hit the sauna at about like maybe 3:45. I imagine we'd be in there. All right. Took a little whiz. A cool thing that I wanted to tell you guys about is I started doing this thing that I've been wanting to do for a while. So I'll put $5 a day. Now I started putting $5 a day into an account for ads. Just because, like just putting that aside towards it means that you don't have it in there and you're not like, oh, I could do this. And then once you do it, if you set that standard, that minimum, it'll happen anyway. So that on top of 20% of whatever I'm making just automatically goes in for ads. I think that's a really important thing to do because then you don't have to think about it, because a lot of the time, like we were talking about before, it's like if you don't decide, then, or if you don't set that, then you're making the decision to make a decision, and you normally won't make the decision, which is a decision in and of itself. Yeah, so it's good to do that, and we are doing that. I'm putting that money aside for the ads, which is fun. And yesterday I added this thing which feeds into what we're doing with my body. It was this whole like, oh, we're not eating out, or as much stuff that like dips performance. So I've been keeping an eye on, okay, what am I eating that decreases my performance? I find that when I've got stuff I want to do, like if I want to do well with martial arts or business, I'll do that first, and then my nutrition falls into place. So nutrition is like something that amplifies, and my stress management recovery fall into place for a purpose. It's like not just for the sake of it, is something I find for myself. It's like my why is very closely related to like my week to week and my performance. I'm really big on that. So like even my nutrition is geared towards, am I getting the most out of the gym? Am I recovering as well as possible? So I've been doing that. And so yesterday we went to the shops and I was quite hungry. I was like, I'm gonna get a couple Snickers bars, I'm gonna get some of this meat stuff. I was like, okay, hang on, do I actually want it? No. We left and I was like, okay, that was like $10 for those. What if I just put that $10 instead of towards it, because I was willing to spend it, put it into the account for ads, and then it's there to be able to make more of itself. And that was pretty cool and fun to do. Also, I just realized as I was triggered it as I was walking out of the bathroom, and I was like, oh, sometimes my right knee gets really sore. I find, and I was like, I think it's because of some of the foods that I'm eating. It flares it up a fair bit. And sure enough, yesterday we just got a couple of chuck steaks, like 4 chuck steaks. I only ate that really as my main thing for the day. I think that was all, and some nuts. And like my knee feels great. My body feels much better now. So that was really good to see how it all feeds in. And I know that I dial in a lot more when I'm having just mainly carnivore based, so like 1.5 kilograms of 1.7 kilograms of steak was a bit much for yesterday. I think there's like maybe a couple 100 grams left, because I realized, oh, I've eaten way more than 1 kilogram and I'm like so full and trying to force myself to eat. So I was like, oh, okay, this is no good. I'm gonna say hi to Richard real quick. I'm back. All right, done. That was a quick say hi. Oh yeah, I better do this set, hey? Yeah, all right, let's pray and do it. Yeah. Good to have everything falling into line. Yeah, and for me it's like, I think for a lot of people it's understanding what they find rewarding and making that their why on a shorter term basis. Like if you can have the longer term intentions but also relate it to shorter term goals that are representative of that and that feel good in the short term, they're much more likely to do it, because the feedback loops are tighter and much more tangible. If you have something that's like, oh yeah, this is going to take a year. Sometimes people are like, okay, that's really difficult for me to conceptualize. But if you're like, oh, you'll feel great after an hour of doing this, or immediately from doing it, or a day or a week, you know, then you're much more likely to do it. They'll get their foot in the door and that'll build. But it's built off of those small things, like the faster feedback loops, because then it's like you're enforcing and rewarding behavior on a, bro, if you can do it on a daily or hourly basis, it just makes things go gangbusters. Simple thing, tangible for that might be like a checklist. Like for my 20 pieces of content a day, I have a numbers page and I'll copy paste them all. And each time I click on it, that number goes to the bottom and gets ticked off. I'm like, oh sweet, I did another piece of content. And then taking the time to think about, okay, what am I going to post? Then it's like I get the rewards of, oh, now that piece of content did really well as well, and got the results that we wanted, and was, yeah. So, yeah, it's cool. Anyway, for Jesus. Okay, we're starting to rock there a little bit. Woo. It's good. Feeling good. Okay, I can put 5 on. I might even be able to put 6 on if I want to go super heavy. Let's see how it feels. I think for keeping it as clean as I want to, 5 is good. I like these little plates though as well. So thin, and you can stack so many more on than like the fat ones they have at other gyms. Plus they just look way cooler. This shape, I don't know if you can see them. Here's a 20. Oh, that would have dropped on my foot. Here, they got these kind of plates, which I think are fantastic. Big fan. If it's not the pure metal ones, this is a pretty good next for it. So yeah, and what I'll do at the end of this session is I'll do 1 set, and that's my barrier, my minimum for like a shoulder type exercise, so, or some mobility type thing. Mobility I tend to do in the sauna, but I'll do a face pull, 1 set of face pulls. Just keep it super easy, otherwise if I'm like 3-4 sets, I'm not doing that. 2 sets, I won't even do that. So literally half it and like put the bare minimum on. Just go heavy enough with it. And yeah, it'll be good. Yeah, that was a solid set. So I'm definitely gonna let my body settle down from that. And well, yeah, now's a fantastic opportunity to keep iterating what the overall intention is. Something that I do find helps is if you're just like, I'm figuring this out today, like shorten it, instead of like, I'll figure it out during the week. Or some people are like, yeah, I'll figure it out. It's like, okay, when? Too intangible, not gonna do it. It's like, oh, soon. Soon's nothing. It's a nothing answer that placates you in the short term so that you can feel better about yourself and about not making the decision. It's a non-decision. And a lot of us do it to relieve the tension of like, okay, if I decided to do this now, what would I say? So even with content, Yana asked me yesterday, like, oh, why would you, like if someone asked you, why would I work with you as opposed to someone else? I was sitting with it and I was like, okay, so say, what if they, instead of being like, let me think about this, I was like, okay, what if we had the conversation right now? And so, okay, what if I was talking to that person right now? And then I just started speaking and iterating, and that's something that is continuously being refined. I'm making sure to stay on track with that. We can come back to that point another time. Is open loop for you guys. Another point is, so the point that came under was shortening the time horizon. So I could be like, oh, I'll figure that out tomorrow, instead of I'll sit down and I'm gonna figure it out today, or I'm gonna figure it out now. Like I've got 5 minutes, or I'm gonna figure it out right now. That's like the best opportunity. Right now I've got like 5 more minutes of this rest period at least. That I'm like, cool, let's figure this out. It feels good actually, the higher volume, because I'm getting more of a back pump, and I'm like, yeah, all right, you got me, bro. reward. And that's why a lot of people like working out. Once you get in, you get a pump and you're like, this is sick. It just feels good. Feel big, especially in this compression, you know? So, what's the overall outcome? What's the thing that we're striving towards? We left that at impact. We can do some maths for this, okay. Okay, so say over our lifetime, it's 1 million people that we want to help become millionaires, essentially. So, we'll say, and I think we can actually do that within the next 10 years. We could probably do way more than that. 10 years though. So let's say 10 years. So it's 100,000 a year for people to help. Okay, cool. 100,000 a year to help become millionaires. That's a big goal. Anyway, so how many is that? We can boil that down to a month. 8,333 people a month. So 10,000 people a month. I wonder what that is per day. Actually, let's times it back out to, nope, I did that wrong. Times 12 divided by 52 is per week. 2,000 people a week. Seems big. I'm like, if we were to do it, how would we do that? And perhaps with it, it's to, maybe this is just me alleviating tension, because I've just folded my arms to give myself a little bit of that comfort. If I were to, so say if we took it down a step and we're like, okay, it doesn't have to be making them millionaires, because also we can't make them do that, but how many people can we have in the program to help empower them to have that option? Perhaps that would be some of the way that 1 million people over 10 years. We could work with 1 million people over 10 years. Especially with what we're building next, is something that is uncapped by way of the number. That will help. Okay. Now, where does my thing fit into that? In terms of how many conversations to have a day, how many messages to send out. Oh, I am curious about this. So if I did 20 messages a day, like 20 bits of outreach a day, which is like pretty low compared to my all-time high, times by 7 days a week, 140 a week, times by 50, I could have just done 365. 7,280 messages a year, that would be, times by 10, 72,800, so 73,000 messages basically over 10 years. I could do that. So yeah, maybe that's an input to measure is how many messages I sent, because that's how many people I'm going to be helping. Let's move this over slightly to there. Lean against here. Okay, so I'm reverse engineering it. Okay. Ooh. So, some thoughts going through my head are either we can have a number of people that we want to get into what we're building by the end of this year, or earlier. We'd let go of any timelines. End of this year or within the next year, we could have a year goal. We could have an idea of our capacity. Okay. Jan and I talked about our capacity of, it's probably about, I think it's like 30 people or 50 people maybe is our maximum capacity by way of direct work that we can do. So that might be that, and then it's like we can work backwards to the funnel, because then it's like how many, if we know the numbers, we can know how many to get into, to help get into a group thing, and that means how many conversations or how many pieces of content we put out accordingly. Yeah, so how many people, so if we wanted to work with 30 to 50 people more in that direct sense, because the thing is, you only need to, like Jan and I have talked about this, you only need to sell the start of the funnel, because the math is just on your side, and then you know your minimum viable, your minimum viable cost per customer, and that will result in, you can just know what you're putting your money into for that, and then you can also put money into ads to find out that number as well. Anyway, okay, so if we were to, let's see, now I've started the conversation, I want to resolve it before I do the set. So that's always a good in. Okay, so if we were to do, and I'll obviously talk to Jana about some of these numbers, because I might have the math like wrong, some of it in my mind. Because I can't even recall if it was 30 to 50. Say it was 50 between the two. I think 30 is actually, because we're more like premium service type stuff. And then it's like how many businesses would we be investing in our portfolio to really help grow. I actually imagine it to be capped at 20. So that would be like the ultimate thing, is like equity in businesses. That's just something we've done for a long time anyway. And it just makes sense as a business model. And it's something we were really good at and enjoy doing. So we got maybe 20 that we work with that way. 30 that we'd work with in a one-to-one. Maybe that would be the number that we work. Maybe it's 30 in our portfolio of businesses. I just have to imagine what the numbers would be, or ask God. Depends on what the funnel is. If we're going our stuff into a consult maybe, or just them going opting straight into a lifetime client thing. I wonder what the numbers are. What is, because I'm like, if it's 30 businesses to work with one-on-one, what is, how do you do this maths again? Hello, how's it going? Going well. I was doing some maths for what we're building. Yeah, well, because you know how we were talking about what's the overall outcome? So that we're working towards, I was reverse engineering. So I started with like, okay, if say one of the intentions is like 1 million millionaires, 10 years time, then working back from some of that, and then just working with some of the stuff we're saying. So it's like, okay, if it was 30 a year, yeah. And then I was like, okay, what if it was, instead of that, it was some other thing, like working with that many people, or being able to empower that many people to make that choice and like have the skills. And then I kind of just jumped into like, okay, if it was say like our maximum capacity for like our business portfolio and working with them one-to-one is like 30 people, or something we were talking about there, or less.
Set a goal for the next 12 months, how many people we want to get to, like 300 to 500.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, cool. Math. But it's good. What, you done?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't used the sauna yet. Sauna. Yeah, but I'm going to do one more set of this now, and then we can keep chatting. Come into the sauna with me. It is they have a couple sauna, a 2-person sauna. Gonna what, sir? Oh, okay. Have fun. All right, I'm gonna do this set. Okay. Yeah, cool. We got some semblance of numbers in that going. We'll leave that loop a little bit open. All right. One thing with me is I don't mind losing the sensation of the pump, because I'm like, if it's still there, I know it restricts my set. I know some people are like, I gotta keep going because I don't want to lose the pump. I'm like, I want to feel completely ready for my next set. That might have been a bit long because I'm a little bit cold, but yeah, if you can reverse engineer it, it's pretty good. All right, let's go. Okay. Okay. For Jesus. Let's get it. All the way. Oh, okay. Honestly, yeah, that wasn't my best set. But what we're gonna do is we'll do one set with an explosive 5 reps with 4 plates, and then we'll drop down to 3 and do an explosive 8 reps. So here, okay, explosive 5, keeping that strength power hypertrophy mix. Okay, straps come on super easily for that. 5, only 5, fast as you can. Okay, power and power hypertrophy. Now, oh, this has things to put on here. Okay, power hypertrophy for the last one. Okay, then we're done. That pretty much covers everything. We'll go, yeah, go with the straps for this one. Okay, 8, only 8, that's all you get. Make every single one of these count. Fast as you can, just 8, explosive, let's go. Ready? One more. Everything. Okay. Okay. That's good. Felt good. Now when I was in the bathroom, I'm going to ask about the sauna now. Let's go. Okay. Oh yeah. Wipe this down. I mean, where do I even put the 20s that I just used? Okay, that's okay. I think that's good. Well, oh. Really good. Okay, we'll go this way. Let's do this, do a little. Get out of my way, wallet. Okay, let's go put this in the bin and then go do some, what do you call it? Quick pose in the studio. Hopefully no classes started in there yet. Literally showed off. Flex, flex, flex. Yeah, I don't really need to pee. What's the guy pulling? 160. Nice. Good weight. Oh no, there's a class on. Okay, I'll go to this tiny studio. The yoga studio instead. Okay, cool. And the lights are actually on in here, which is cool. Because last time, as you know, they weren't. And I didn't know how to turn them on, so I thought, okay, I'm just stuck with a super dark studio. Okay, we'll mainly show what was done today. So, change where the mic is. knock my glasses off. You know what? Because I think it looks cool. Tuck that in there. Alright. How are we feeling? I have pooped today, so that's good. Good on the back. Feeling pretty good. Okay. Kiss that red Oops. Okay. Let's go with this. Second last one here. One of my favorites is here. Loosen this leg like it's floating. Try this one. We'll see. Alright. This is all the art of being man. Embody that, and it'll be all gravy, baby. Love you guys.